So let's delve into options. What is an option? Well, it's basically a financial instrument where the price is derived from a different asset. Options fall into a class known as derivatives. The option price will move in relation to the asset, in our case the stock. So if it goes up, if the stock goes up in price, the option price will be affected by that move in the price of the stock. An option allows individuals, companies, exchanges, governments to transfer risk from one party to another. So for example, if an airline wants to hedge its fuel position, it can do that with options through the commodities market. The airline can position itself so if oil goes higher that they don't lose as much money as if they would have without the hedging. A farmer can use options to lock in profits when the price of wheat or corn gets to a certain value. Okay. Options are used also in the housing industry. Many landlords give their renters a rent with an option to buy the property. This allows renters to pay a little extra rent than the neighbors around them, but to lock in a price of the home until maybe they have a down payment to actually buy the property. And if the property loses value, they're not obligated to buy that home. Just finish out the lease. So let's look at a detailed description of what an option is. An option is a contractual right to purchase or sell 100 shares of stock at a given price at or before a specific date. So an option in the equities market or the stock market is defined as 100 shares. You can control 100 shares of stock with one contract. Okay, let's get back to this description in a second. There are two types of options, call options and put options. So call options increase in value when the stock goes up. Put options go up in value when the stock goes down. When you buy call options, you want the stock to go up. When you buy put options, you want the stock to go down. Just in case, as you're going through these videos, you forget these directions, look for the green is going up and red for going down. So green, we want the stock to go up if we've bought the call options. Red, we want the stock to go down if you've bought put options. So back to our description. An option is a contractual right, basically a contract to control 100 shares of stock per contract. Now the right to purchase is exactly that, not the obligation to purchase. So you have the option to buy, but don't ever have to buy the stock. Call options give you the right to purchase the stock. Put options give you the right to sell the stock. This is why we went over shorting a stock in the beginning of this video. When you buy put options, you want the stock to go down because you will make money as the price of the put option will increase as the stock decreases. If you were to exercise the call options, you would actually exercise your right to buy 100 shares of stock, and then your account would be long 100 shares of stock. But with put options, you actually exercise your right to immediately sell the stock, and at that point you're short 100 shares of stock. So a continued move down with the stock after exercising your right to sell the stock would be in your favor. At some point down the road, you would buy to cover and give the shares back to your broker. Now the given prices that we're talking about here are set in stone, and they're called strike prices. A strike price is a price at which you want to purchase or sell the stock. So I could buy the $10 option, where $10 is considered the strike price, meaning that before expiration I can exercise my right to buy the stock at $10. Even if the stock has jumped to, let's say, $30 since I bought the option. I've been given that right to buy at that price of $10. Not all stocks are optionable, or have options available, but all stocks that are optionable are different based on how many options are traded or the liquidity of options on a specific stock. But usually stocks that are optionable have given strike prices. And let's take a stock between $5 and $25. Okay, those stocks generally, and I say generally, usually have strike price increments of $2.50. Okay, in this case we have the $5 strike, the $7.50 strike, the $10 strike price, etc. Okay, so I could buy the $10 call option, which would give me the right to purchase 100 shares per contract of this stock at $10 by a given date. Or I could buy the $10 put option, which would allow me to short the stock at $10 by a given date. Again, usually you will see exceptions, but usually you will see stocks that have $25 to $200 in stock price have option strike prices in $5 increments. So there's no $97.50 strike price on this particular stock usually, but you may see it. Stocks over $200 generally have option strike prices in $10 increments. Options have an expiration date. Okay, the specific date that I've been talking about is the third Friday of the month. Now I can buy options that expire this month, meaning that they expire the third Friday of this month. Or I could buy options that expire 6 months from now, but it would be the third Friday of that 6th month. I'm not limited to certain months of the year, but different companies allow you to buy different dated options at different points within a calendar year. Companies use cycles to decide what options to allow for sale. For instance, a company that uses cycle 1 in this case will have January, April, July, and October expiration dates available. Other companies will use other cycles, and they're based on different factors such as earnings announcements, the type of industry they're in, etc. And again, we've got cycle 3, which is March, June, July, and December. The one caveat to the cycle is that there always will be a current month available, and there will always be a next month option available. So let's look at an example of a stock in cycle 1. If we are in January, we'll have the January, which is the current month. We'll have the February, which is the next month. And then the rest of the cycle available to us. Now, February is not usually available if, let's say, we were in October right now. February wouldn't be available. But because we always have this month and next month, February is available to us. Now, on the third Friday of January, the January options will expire. Once they expire, the February options are considered the current month. And we also have the next month. The next month would be considered March. So the March options actually become available. And of course your regular April, July, and October are always available. Over the last year, the exchanges have introduced weekly options, or weeklies. These options are listed on Thursdays and expire the following Friday. However, we don't get any weekly options the week of regular expiration Friday. So remember, if we buy call options, we want the stock to go up because our call options will go up in value. Put options go up in value if the stock goes down. And again, I'm using green for we want stocks to go up and red for we want stocks to go down.